Giving every piece of my soul. Oh, too cheaply knows. Giving every piece of my soul. Oh, too cheaply knows.
Hey, what's up everyone, Samson here, and today we're actually going to be diving into the world of handheld gaming devices, specifically what's coming up in 2025. So 2024 already had some solid contenders like the Steam Deck OLED, the ASUS ROG Ally X, the Lenovo Legion Go, one of my favorite by the way, and of course many other devices. And I'm almost tempted to say it looks like the end of an era, but if I'm being honest, I don't think that we can actually say that just yet. And that's because some of the new releases that I've seen so far haven't really pushed the boundaries like I expected. For example, we are still seeing newer handhelds with only 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs SSD. Like, for real guys, how is that even next level? From my perspective, I would say the only thing that is getting next level right now is the pricing of these devices. At this point, I'm gonna say only the ASUS ROG Ally X and the handhelds from OneXFly are truly pushing the envelope in the handheld industry. Anyway, that aside, I actually want to highlight two handhelds that have me genuinely excited. You know, the OneXFly F1 Pro that was actually announced a couple days ago, and then we are also going to speak about the ZOTAC Zone, which truth be told, nothing else about it really excites me except for the fact that it's gonna come with the OLED display that comes with up to 800 nits of brightness. That for me is the only selling point of this device. So anyways, these two handhelds in my opinion could, I would say, really shake things up a bit, you know, in the handheld space, and I'm actually hyped to see what they're actually gonna bring to the table. So let's break it down, okay? First up, let's look at the OneXFly F1 Pro. I don't know how they actually come up with all these names. Anyways, if you're familiar with OneXFly, which I believe many of us are at this point, you already know they've been doing, you know, some big things in the handheld space. They've made, in my opinion, some of the most impressive handhelds in 2024, like the OneXFly X1, which I currently have right here with me. They have the X1 mini version and the OneXFly, and this new OneXFly F1 Pro is actually going to be their next move. If we look closely at this device, this thing is packing serious power. Like, really, it seems to me that OneXFly is just, you know, striving to be the first at a lot of things. They were the first to launch an eGPU with AMD's RX 7800M graphics card, and it's currently called the One-X GPU 2. And now I also think this is going to be the first handheld with the AMD Ryzen AI-9 X370 processor. We are talking 12 cores here, okay? 4 high-performance Zen 5 cores and 8 Zen 5C cores. So right off the bat, this is no joke. It's also going to be running the Radeon 890M GPU with 16 compute units built on the RDNA 3.5 architecture, running at 2.9 GHz. And truth be told, that's some legit horsepower for just a handheld device. Come on guys, it's crazy. Combine that with a 7-inch OLED display and a 144Hz refresh rate, and you've got a device that's ready to handle any AAA games without breaking a sweat. And by the way, speaking of real-world performance, I think we've already started seeing some early benchmarks with games like Black Myth Wukong, guys, which is hitting, I think, about 58 FPS on low settings at 1080p. That's pretty solid for a handheld device. And with power consumption at just 15 watts, it shows we are also looking at a device that is also power efficient as well. Next up, we've got the ZOTAC Zone device, which was, I think, officially unveiled at Gamescom this year. They are known for making great GPUs, but this is actually going to be their first go at a gaming handheld. So how does it stack up? Just like a lot of other major players in this space, ZOTAC is actually using the AMD processor. In this case, the Ryzen 7000U series, paired with 780M GPU with 12 compute units based on the RDNA 3 architecture. And of course, this is also packing some serious heat, I would say. Now, the most exciting part for me is that it's going to be coming with the OLED display with HDR. So, you know, the colors are really going to pop and the contrast will be fantastic, I would say. And like I said, this device is actually coming with just 16 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM, and in my opinion, even with a 512GB of SSD, it's really disappointing. The RAM is fine, but I do wish they actually pushed that SSD to a minimum of 1TB. 512GB SSD is just not enough for 2025. It's gonna fill up pretty fast, right? It's too small, I would say. And then there's also the price at 849 euros, and that for me is a lot, especially when you compare it to the 899 euros for the Ally X. And guess what? The Ally X does come with 1TB of SSD and 80Wh battery. And in comparison, the Ally X seems more like a better deal in my opinion. Plus, it also has a VRR display and the ZOTAC Zone doesn't. And you know, of course, you're getting the OLED display and a solid build, but at that price, you've really got to deliver on the experience as well. And speaking of experience, the battery life is only 48.5 Wh, which in my opinion, it's just too low, especially for a device in this price range. Overall, I'm gonna say that the only good thing it has going on is the OLED 120Hz display at 800 nits of brightness, meaning the visual is gonna be incredible. You know, it's gonna really pop, and that's really going to give that immersion that we're looking for, even at a resolution of 1080p. But anyways, we just have to, you know, wait and see. I've already placed orders on this device, and if you would like to see my review on this device, then of course do make sure to be subscribed and don't forget to turn on notifications so that you get notified when that video drops. So all in all, I'm gonna say it's definitely an exciting time for handhelds, and 2025 might actually be the year when more of these devices start to really push the boundaries of what portable gaming can be. That said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you click the like button, consider subscribing of course, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future upload. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. You're awesome.